We've now made it to the penultimate of this series. If you watched the previous videos, you know how this works. Triple battles only, start with the gym leader signature Pokemon, use the moves given, and 5 attempts per leader. And since there's a total of 13 of them this time, that means a maximum of 65 total potential attempts. Let's see who came out on top and those who crumbled under pressure. Let me just express my sheer disappointment when it comes to the Striaton brothers. The amount I have suffered through is insane. There was only one silver lining. Let me show you what happened. First up is Silent. In my first attempt against Red, the fight was actually going well, but unfortunately, none of my Pokemon have a good way of taking out Charizard. And I can't one-shot it because of its Focus Sash. Only way I win is if Charizard misses Fire Blast. Yep. Fucking Quick Claw Snorlax screwed me over. I can't say the next attempt went well either against Cynthia. It was after this that I decided to change Whimsicott's speed EVs to max since I thought it would be fast enough at the time. I can't say it made too much of a difference since, well... Do I even need a try? I don't even need a try. Look how this is going. Do you honestly expect me to win this? No. The fourth attempt was against Alder, but with both Chandelure and Volcarona on the field, I wasn't winning that one. Funny enough, on my fifth attempt and final attempt with this team, I had to fight Wallace first. I start off by putting my Milotic to sleep, and one Seed Bomb destroys Swampert. I set up Quiver Dance with Lilligant, and Ludicolo goes for Rain Dance. The next turn, Petal Dance from Lilligant takes out Walrein, and now I put Ludicolo to sleep. Acrobatics takes it out to the red. Petal Dance now takes out Milotic, and Lilligant takes the Signal Beam from Starmie, while I put it to sleep as well. But one Seed Bomb takes it out. In the end, since all my Pokemon are faster, I end up winning the battle without losing a single Pokemon. A pretty good feat. There's the team cohesion! But even after that amazing victory, I once again don't stand a chance against Alder. Not with Volcarona, Chandelure, and Braviary on the field. So yeah, that's how well Silent's team went. Now it's time for Chili's team. But I'm gonna save myself some time writing the script because this went the exact same way. I actually did manage to beat Alder in my fourth attempt, but lost to Lance right after. My final opponent in the fifth attempt was Blue, but with Aerodactyl, Intimidate Arcanine, and Gyarados... Oh, that's over with. Well, that was a bust. Let's see what Crest can do. Cynthia, washed. Steven, beaten, lost to Red. Lance, close, but didn't happen. Fourth attempt, defeated Blue and Steven, but lost to Wallace. Okay, final attempt. I made it through Cynthia first, then Alder. I made it to the final round again, but this time against Steven. Steven? Oh my god, it's possible! Oh! I take it back. Oh no, it's definitely possible. I take that back again. That crit mattered. That crit mattered. Guaranteed. Fine. In fact, you took recoil damage. Oh my god, I think I win. No way. 1. Aqua Jet. Earth Power. I win. Dude, I was on speed. Swift Swim. I did it! Oh my god, Crest actually did it. That makes me happy. That makes me really happy. I guess that means Crest is the strongest of the brothers. Okay. As surprising as that was, wait till you see what happens with Lenora's team. Well, fighting against Red in the first attempt and losing isn't too surprising. In the next attempt, I actually won against Alder, but lost to Steven. That was my last resort, getting a burn, and of course I do, but you know, it's crit Stone Edge. Doesn't matter. In the fifth attempt, I made it past Cynthia and Alder to the final round against Blue. Starting off with Arcanine and Machamp sucks because of plus that. So I've already decided using, because I could easily take out Alakazam. Oh, no, I can't. I think Alakazam, it literally has inner focus. It has synchronized or inner focus. I don't want to gamble on which. As long as it hits. It's optimal if it hits. If it doesn't hit, it's over. Oh my god, you actually hit a Hypnosis. This was an okay first turn. Fine. Please. I'm watch hard. Oh, okay, that's one for super, but I can still miss. So that's. I should have drawn a card for Hypnosis, but I think getting some damage is also pretty good. I'm gonna gang up on Machamp because I don't know when it'll wake up. That's fine. I'll deal with Arcanine eventually. Or Focus Box to take it out. Nope. That's why I'd gang up on it though. I needed to. Please live. Of course not. Damn it. It might be Jover. I don't see how I win this. My best bet is using Sucker Punch on Arcanine and it getting a potential crit. But that's a reach. That's a huge reach. Yeah. Oh wait, I was sped? Oh wait, maybe it's not over. Oh wait, it can kill himself here. An Earthquake, we lived that. Thunderbolts 4 times. Oh my god, we won. We won. Wait, I didn't expect to win with Ledora's team, but I did it somehow. Oh my god. We take those. Bug types are one of the worst types in Pokemon. They're just too frail and have way too many weaknesses. With that being said, it's not impossible to win with them in a challenge like this. Hell, I've done it with Bugsy's team in this video. However, with Berg's team, I didn't win even the first round in my first 2 attempts. What about Alder? The battle starts off by Heracross immediately taking out Volcarona with Stone Edge. Afterward, I set up Swords Dance with Leavanny, and thankfully Rock Slide missed it, but it did take out Vespiquen. Stone Edge from Conkeldurr does take Leavanny down to a Focus Sash. It's unfortunate that in the next turn, Leavanny gets taken out by Mach Punch. Stone Edge from Heracross destroys Chandelure, and since Crustle hangs on from Rock Slide, I can take it out with the Rock Blast. The next turn, I switch out Heracross for Durant, while a Mach Punch takes out Crustle. One Bug Buzz from a Selgor can take care of Crocodile. One Psychic almost takes out Durant as well. I brought Heracross back out, and now it's a 3v2. Sorry, a 2v2. Megahorn cleans out Brioniclus, and a Focus Blast from a Selgor allows me to close out this match. Unfortunately, Steven decides he wants to win, and I just take the L, honestly. And I don't really want Cut It Short, but Steven and Blue made me lose my last 2 attempts, and at this point, I was just ready to move on. When you fight Elisa the first time in a normal playthrough, she could be one of the most annoying leaders to fight. So the question is her team annoying enough to defeat these champions? Well, I guess against Cynthia, it was good enough, but against Wallace, I couldn't find a way to get around his Swampert. Alder in the second attempt wasn't much better. In the third attempt, I had to fight Cynthia again, and at least the consistency is there. And I won against Blue as well. Red, on the other hand, proves why he's a legend. It was close though. Next attempt, once again, consistent, and funny enough, against Blue as well. Now it's time for a redemption match. I start off by going for Wild Charge on Starmie, taking it out. Wild Charge from Emolga almost takes my Milotic out. For some reason, my Milotic goes for Scald on Luxray, which burns me, and since I forgot Zebstrika has Motor Drive, it draws in Luxray's Wild Charge, and then Zebstrika gets taken out by an Earth Power. Emolga's Wild Charge takes out Milotic, and while Ice Fang does nothing to Swampert. Walrein uses Blizzard, which only hits Luxray, while I get some damage on Swampert with Dragon Claw. Swampert then finishes Emolga with Ice Beam. Just to get some damage on Walrein, Luxray uses Wild Charge on it and takes itself out. Ludicolo uses Giga Drain on Ampharos, which doesn't do too much. Blizzard is a 3-hit KO on Eelektross, and Ampharos uses Signal Beam on Ludicolo and confuses it. Thankfully, I get a crit Dragon Claw taking out Swampert. I live Crunch from Sharpedo, and Ludicolo hits itself in confusion. Blizzard misses Stunfisk, but does take out Eelektross. Signal Beam takes out Ludicolo, and Discharge brings Sharpedo and Walrein into the red, but paralyzing Ampharos. Stunfisk lives both a Hydro Pump and a Blizzard thanks to his Citrus Berry. Yes! Oh my god, my heart was racing so fast. Let's go! The ground type teams have always done pretty well for themselves. So let's see if Clay can keep it going. In the first attempt, I defeated Steven, as I should, but lost to Red thanks to Blastoise. In the next attempt, defeating Cynthia was pretty easy, but this motherfucker just won't let me pass. Thankfully, I didn't get matched with him in the third attempt, but instead Steven and Alder, in which I defeated them both. Now I have my worst matchup. The battle starts off by Starmie using Surf, but both Excadrill and Crocodile live on 1 HP. Flygon does just over half with Outrage on Milotic, and Crocodile does a little damage with Rock Slide. Icy Wind from Milotic takes out Crocodile and leaves Flygon in the yellow, and thankfully Ludicolo flinches. Being afraid of Aqua Jet, I switched out Excadrill into Golurk. Grass Knot from Seismic Toad brings Sharpedo down to his Focus Sash, but poisons it. Flygon finishes Milotic, and Focus Blast doesn't hit Golurk. Thankfully, in the next turn, Grass Knot gets a crit and takes out Swampert. Unfortunately, Flygon hits itself in confusion and takes itself out. Giga Drain restores some of Ludicolo's HP, but Shadow Punch also gets a crit and takes it out. And with Wallace out of options, I can clean up from there. Better not freaking miss anything. Bowler, substitute. Rock Slide and Stone Edge. I didn't think so, but I did it. Man, the Unova leaders are tough. As fun and manageable as Skyla's team looks, I can't say it worked that well. First up was Red, and while it did come down to the last Pokemon for both of us, Mandibuzz couldn't hold on. The next attempt, I made it past Cynthia in the first round and then had to fight Lance in the second. I start off by using Stone Edge on Dragonite, taking it down to his Focus Sash. Ice Beam from Swanna takes out Salamence, and unfortunately Sleep Powder misses and I get punished by an Ice Beam. Ice Punch from Dragonite takes Archeops down to 1 HP and freezes it. The next turn, Haxorus takes down Swanna to his Focus Sash and retaliates with Ice Beam down to the red. Icy Wind from Drifblim takes out Haxorus and Dragonite. Since Archeops is still frozen, Kingdra takes it out. The next turn, I switch out Drifblim into Mandibuzz. One clean Ice Beam takes out Flygon, while Dark Pulse from Hydreigon takes out Swanna. One Superpower from Braviary takes out the Hydra. All that's left is Kingdra, which I can take out easily. The final round was against Steven, and I was given no such luck to defeat him. After that, it all went downhill from there, and I lost on all 5 of my attempts. It's time for the Ice Ninja to come out of retirement. I made it all the way to the final round against Cynthia, but lost. However, maybe that's a good omen. miss. That's not good. Thank God Walrein is a physical attack. Oh wait, we've got the higher defense. That double miss matters. It matters. It matters so much. A full team of dragons had hardly let me down. The first attempt defeating Alder was easy, and the next round defeating Wallace using Parasong felt pretty good. And even though it was close, I couldn't stop Cynthia's Glaceon since it does have a choice scarf. The next attempt against Wallace didn't go as I planned either. That also means I didn't have a plan. Same with Alder and Red. On to the last attempt. I defeat Blue convincingly and then Lance without losing a single Pokemon. Now is Cynthia again. To take out Garchomp, I have Salamence and Hydreigon tag team it. I'm not taking any chances. Earthquake almost takes out both Roserade and Lucario, while close combat from it does take down Hydreigon. But thanks to his Life Orb, it takes itself out. Shadow Ball from Roserade does basically nothing. The next turn, I switch out Haxorus into Flygon, while an Ice Beam is obviously going to take out Salamence. A combination of Sludge Bomb and Air Slash almost takes out Flygon, while Fire Fang does good damage on Glaceon and burns it. I really just brought in Altaria as a sack so Glaceon would target it, but it actually lives in Ice Beam. Earth Power from Flygon takes Roserade out, but Togekiss finishes Flygon. And I could finally get rid of Glaceon. From there, the rest of my Pokemon died since I used Parasong, leaving only Haxorus and Spiritomb. All I had to do was stall it out of Sucker Punches using Dragon Dance and eventually win the battle. I am the best! I am the best! Oh my god, that felt so good. Oh, on the last attempt too? Since Chiren has replaced Lenora as the normal type gym leader, he should be able to apply himself accordingly. But no, he has Castform on his team. I don't care what MNJTV thinks about this Pokemon because it's ass. Now I'm not going to say that it was the catalyst when it came to this team, but it didn't really help when it mattered. I got past 1, maybe 2 rounds total, but I didn't end up winning anyway, so we're just gonna move on. Taking a look at Roxy's team from a glance, it looks pretty okay, except for the fact that we have a special set for Garbodor. But whatever, I'm used to this by now. I defeated Wallace in the first round on the first attempt, just to get smacked by Lance right after. Next attempt, I defeated Steven, but lost to Cynthia, even though it was really close. In the third attempt, I once again make it to Grands to fight Alder. Try to gauge on who else he would send out. It would probably, I don't think it would be Chandelure, but yeah, it's probably gonna be Ranger because poison. So, Dream. Oh, okay, that also makes sense. Oh, it does have Intimidate, so also kind of want to remove it like immediately because I don't have space. Very interesting, they shall admit. Yeah, it's kind of what I figured. Kind of what Type Growth has Sucker Punch. But this is kind of why I saved Skullkey, just for this part. I think that's... Oh, right, but... I have won. Okay. I was a little nerve-wracking. I didn't think I was going to win, but everything just worked out. Marlin's title is a bigger splash than the sea, but he isn't making any splashes at all, more like light taps on a puddle. He couldn't get past Red, Cynthia, Wallace, he beat Steven, then lost to Wallace again. Now, I want to end this video at least on a high note. In the final attempt, we made it past Steven and Wallace somehow. That's it. That's the high note, because I got washed, no pun intended, against Alder. Wait, this is this is ironic. This is actually ironic. Who knows what's gonna happen? All I can say for sure is bitch. Why did Payback do that much damage? Yeah, I'm not even cry. We're just gonna end it there. Should have known better, because, you know, Blue Scarf Wailord doesn't work. The Unova leaders had some tricks up their sleeves, and I say it was about mixed when it came to victories and defeats. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe to the Aura Armia, and stay tuned for the final part of this series.